All right, we're going to talk about tomato cages. Are you excited? We're talking about these things here. It's not a tennis ball, I'm sorry. All right, what kind of cages, what kind of supports, what work best for you and for me? We're going to find out today on GardenFork.
Make, fix, grow, cook. GardenFork.
If you remember a couple weeks ago, we had a video about planting tomatoes, transplanting tomatoes. These are those tomatoes. I just put some leaf mulch on them so they're a little dirty. But what's the best way to hold these up? Because otherwise they flop. The tomatoes can get diseases, the leaf touches the ground, bad things happen. I'll tell you my experiences, all right?
I want to hear all about it.
That's the secret to twine, keeping the ball intact, pulling the twine from the inside. So previously, I would just take some twine, go like this, and then take this and tie it up, right?
Okay.
And the problem with this is that you have to keep on doing it.
Why?
Because the plant keeps growing, so as this grows, you have to keep on tying it up.
And it gets heavier and heavier, right?
And it's one more thing I gotta do.
He says that all the time.
So there are some commercial tomato cages, some really flimsy ones that are like made out of the thinnest metal. And I just don't think those work, except it's like a dwarf tomato plant, you know? They're just gonna go, and the whole idea is to keep the plant up rather than, you know, like that sound. If this touches the ground, the soil, it has a higher likelihood of getting some sort of fungus or something. There's a lot of soil-borne diseases that can affect your tomatoes. So,
And it's a ladder for insects.
yeah. So if we want to keep this off the ground, the string works, but you got to keep on stringing it, you know?
Plus it looks like it puts a little tension on his arm. Right? Is that a problem?
Yeah, probably it rubs there, not very good. So then we progressed to tomato cage phase 1. And it's kind of hard to video a tomato cage because they're kind of thin wire and it disappears into the background. But we have a video about this. It's a very interesting video because there's a certain event that happens in the middle of the video.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm lucky to have 2 eyes still.
It's a shade away from 911.
Let's just say it's worth a watch. I'll link to it at the end of the show in the show notes here. But this is basically concrete reinforcing wire that I rounded over. I'll show you in the video. And then I shove a stick through it here. So then this is tomato cage version 2.0. Much easier to make. It's just rectilinear. It's a triangle, but you're just cutting, again, concrete reinforcing wire, but you're not having to wrestle with it, wrestle it into a circle and that. And then again, I shoved a stake through it, bending out one of the pieces of wire.
Oh, you mean you like wove it in there?
So I pushed the stake through here, and I pushed this wire forward, and the wires below it and above it are pushed behind it, and this holds the wooden stake sturdy. So that holds this real sturdy in the cage. This stake isn't coming out of there. So I really like this design. Again, there's another video about how to make these. The link will be at the end of the show. I repeat myself a lot, don't I? So to put these on, it's kind of a simple system. Because I have raised beds, this stake here is going to connect into the outside edge of the raised bed. I'm totally fine with screwing into that. So let me show you how I do this. Ideally, I should have done this a couple weeks ago. And it helps if you have 2 people do this. But we push the plant up into the cage.
Gently.
Gently. So now our tomato is inside our cage. We already have some fruit on this tomato, which is nice. This is resting on the edge of the raised bed. Now I'm gonna connect the stake into the raised bed over here. Oops. That doesn't happen on this old house, does it?
Embrace failure. Whoa.
There you go.
There's nothing too precious about your garden bed, is there?
It's wood, and it's a garden bed. It's not the Guggenheim. So now you've got a very sturdy, staked-in cage, and the plant's just going to grow up through here. The sides, the stems are going to grow out here, and it's all held up throughout the season. If it kind of sticks its head out, you just kind of push it back in, and you're done. All right, let me show you a different way. Since I already have the stake or the post at the end here, I'm just going to take one of my cages and float it over here, gently bring this through, and then I'll just tie this up and down with some of our fancy twine. I'm not very good at knots, okay, so don't comment on my knots.
What kind of knot is that?
It's a knot that works. So you just want to pull that snug up like that. One more at the top, and we're good. And I've got string stuff in my mouth.
It's dental floss.
That's like Luddite dental floss. Let's go check the tomatoes, okay? Come on. So the tomatoes have grown for a week or two, so I want to show you progress on my tomato cages and my neighbor's tomato cages. Look at this, bigger. What I like about this design is, you know, this has grown some, so I could just take this and tuck it in like that, and it won't, that stem won't fall out now. These will be nicely supported. And we'll just do that again. You can see here where I pushed this stem in a while ago, and I'll just take that and push it just in there again, like that. Same thing here, just tuck that in. This is Blazy, that's Colt, this is me, and these are the cherry tomatoes with these red metal cages, I guess you call them. Kind of a nice version of the Eric DIY cage. I think that's pretty robust. I don't want to brag, but I already have some tomatoes on my plants. Ripe tomatoes, that is. But this is nice. It's coated so it doesn't rust. Who is this? Are you very interested? Are you very interested? These are Henry and Charlie's best friends. It's going to storm here real quick, so I wanted to get everyone out and run around a bit. Look at the difference between bamboo poles holding up tomatoes and the nice metal cage holding up the tomatoes. I like this too. This is the lettuce Velcro from the grocery store. Use what you got. Come on, kids, let's go. And here, what do you think? Best way to put up the tomatoes? Right here should be some other tomatoey, gardening, forky stuff. Also, check out our podcast, GardenFork Radio. Wherever you get your podcasts, search for GardenFork Radio, and I'll be there. You might like that. What do you think?